Hello and welcome back to the Tuesday Checklist. It's EGX week, and from the 17th to the 20th of October we'll be on the PlayStation stage streaming some amazing games live from the Excel Centre in London, as well as hanging out with all you lovely lot. We've got some pretty special events lined up too, and so just for a little bit of fun, we've had a go at predicting some of the outcomes. Now, regular viewers may know that Dave and Rob are taking on two professional FIFA players in a game of FIFA 20 live on stage at EGX. So first up, we're going to predict the outcome of the match. What do you think the score's going to be?
Okay, so in the FIFA match, I originally was backing the pros. I'm sorry, I've done a lot of esports stuff with FIFA players and they're amazing, and I once watched a match where a FIFA pro took on someone who wasn't a FIFA pro and they beat them 17-0 and dabbed after every goal. So, originally, I thought that was what was going to happen.
Before we had our training, I was expecting it to be like a whitewash, like 10-0, maybe even worse.
I have been clinging on to there's always a chance, that I do think that there's always been a chance.
I definitely think that you're going to score one and it's going to be a victorious moment. Like, you're going to stand up on the stage, you're like, it's going to be a fantastic, beautiful moment, one for the ages.
But you guys have now done some training with one of the best FIFA pros, Zelonius, and you kind of held your own.
Yeah, that's right.
There's going to be pressure on both sides, right? Like the professional players are not going to be used to playing in front of like a live crowd, maybe. Even though I imagine they've done it at
yeah,
tournament.
sorry. I'm going to quickly disagree there.
But I'm hoping that the crowd is going to be, you know, PlayStation, you know, loyalists.
And also, I've never had really any kind of yardstick for how good a FIFA Pro is until Rob and I had some training with Zelonius, which was amazing. Massively enjoyed it. He's a really, really nice guy and a really good kind of like tutor. And but I think we did a lot better than we'd expected.
It will definitely be like a worthy battle, a worthy FIFA battle, and I reckon you guys have a feeling you'll score first, and then the pros, it might be like, okay, right, we're giving them a warm-up, and then they're just going to try something new. It might catch you completely off guard, and then somehow they just smash one, and then you're like, oh no, how did they score? And then you're going to panic.
What kind of score, like, as in like, you know, 1-0, or would it be like 7-6 to us?
Can't see us scoring 7 goals. If we win, it's going to be a scrappy 1-0. I'm hoping that if all goes well, I still think we're going to lose, but I think we're going to not embarrass ourselves, and I think we're going to score at least. And I think we're going to lose 3-1.
Maybe 4-2. Let's mix it up. I'll go 4-2. I reckon we could get 2. I reckon it'll be 2-2 until like the 88th minute, and then they'll score 2, and like just, you know, like
stop toying with you and just finish.
Yeah,
off.
just like, oh, they'll realise at that point we should probably concentrate, and then they'll be like, goal, it's done. Okay. I reckon that's how it'll go.
I reckon it will be a tough battle, but I think you guys will score 1 and the pros will get 2.
I mean, obviously I was thinking like 17-0, but to be realistic, you know, for the video, maybe like 2-1. Maybe you kind of match them and then come back right at the end. You get like the crowd are cheering and your blood's pumping, and like you just have like a really mad goal at the end, and everywhere, you know, EGX erupts.
Another thing we're doing at EGX is continuing our epic XCOM 2 adventure, live on stage, complete with fetching costumes. But which of us is going to be the first to die?
This is a good question. I mean, the funny thing about XCOM is really it could be anyone. Like anything can happen. It can roll the dice no matter how carefully you play.
I don't think it's going to be Dave, because I think Dave is the most conservative player out of all of us.
I think that one of us, I think we've all got an even chance of dying, whether it's me saying that I'm going to sacrifice myself and run in somewhere and try and
do that.
I know.
That's not something
You don't need
No,
to do
Rosie, that's a choice.
This is so difficult.
If you dare say me after I saved you,
I know.
heroically, I'll feel so stabbed in the back.
Elle, I think, well, you did go down that time, but also I think you have the most experience of slightly more tactical games like this. Maybe that's not fair. I don't know, that was my impression.
Yeah, I do.
But also you are well known for being aggressive.
Possibly me, because I have the tendency to be, in these things, to be quite impatient. Like when everyone's just deliberating over where they're going to go. I'm like, for God's sake, let's just get on with it. So I'll probably go to an area of the map that I can't see the full picture yet, and maybe end up dying.
But I think that it's just going to be really unfortunate, and I think that something's just going to happen to Rob. I don't know why.
Well, I would say me, because normally I'm too aggressive for games like that. But I feel like I really learnt my lesson the last time we played it. And I felt like I was, other than I did have to get carried out by Rosie. But that's because we were doing a last rush at the end to finish it off, to a rush against the enemies.
There's like a moment when Rosie sort of snaps and decides, I'm just going to do some mad stuff now. And so, you know, if at any point she was like, I'm going to walk up to the alien and give him a kiss. You know? That could happen. So that's on the back of my mind.
Rob's setting himself up to
No, I enjoy winning more than being right. Okay. I think.
I think it's either you or me whose character's going to panic Rob. And then once that's it, once they're panicked, I think that could be the end of it. But I think out of pure unlucky circumstances, Rob, I think you're going to get an unlucky attack.
I think Dave. I'm so sorry. And I don't think... I think that's what it's going to be, because you're kind of our guide through it.
Yeah.
And so I think we think about ourselves a lot, and we're like, where am I going? Where will I be safe? But you're also having to think about that, because if we're making stupid decisions, you're the one who has to be like, hey, don't do that. They can see you there. That snake's going to suck you off that building. Right? Yeah. So I feel like perhaps you might care too much about us and not look after yourself.
Well, that is the nicest, most backhanded compliment, and I will absolutely take it.
I'm gonna have to go with Rob, because I think it's what people want. Why? Because I just think because it'll annoy you, and people like seeing you annoyed, sadly.
To celebrate 25 years of PlayStation, and yes, that does make me feel old, we're hosting a mega PlayStation quiz. 25 questions, one for each year of PlayStation, with members of the audience teaming up with 3 Access team captains, Rosie, Dave and Rob. Let's predict which team will be triumphant.
Are you just pretending to think about this right now?
Yeah, I know.
His head's going, me.
It's going to be me or Rosie.
It would definitely be a worthy battle, but I do think it's good between myself and you, Rob.
And me, because there's 3 of us.
And you, Dave, of course.
Yeah, there's 3 of us. So, unbelievable that I've been written off here. This is absolutely unacceptable.
What was you said?
I am going to plot with Nath. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to plot with him.
I think I'm going to say Rosie.
Yes, lads! I'm going to win!
Not all the questions are going to be on Parappa.
Oh, well, you didn't make that clear, then I take it back.
Whilst I think Retro Rosie and Retro Rob do have a lot of good knowledge of the early years of PlayStation, I think that I am broadly knowledgeable. I'm very much a jack of all trades.
In all honesty, I think Rosie will probably win.
Oh,
I just
that's
think,
very humble of you.
Yes, it is.
I know.
I'm proud of you, Rosie.
Learn the word humble correctly.
It's amazing when you can see someone grow, isn't it?
No, I think it would definitely be between myself and Rob in terms of like the neck on neck. But Dave, you could surprise us, like you said, with the PS4 generation.
Yeah, with my humble knowledge. I can come through, yeah, fine.
I think Rosie, just because she does have mad knowledge. Like,
thank you.
As
I
in
feel-
crazy.
both.
I love it.
I think actually I've got quite a good chance, especially if I just like pay Nathan to show me the questions first or something. So I'm going to back myself. I think I can do it.
I just
Anyone
think
but Dave
our
is the
PlayStation knowledge is deeper than yours, Dave. I just genuinely think it is.
Questions are going to be about PlayStation 1, my friends, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, I've owned all the Playstations.
Yeah.
I've owned all the PlayStations,
Well,
apart from 2, actually.
Oh, there we go.
Won't be sure on that one.
Rob, I'm gonna say that I think you're gonna win.
Rosie, you don't mean that.
Yeah.
Back yourself. Come on.
Fine, me. Let's just do this. It'll be me. Now I'm gonna like study super hard for this quiz.
I just feel like Rosie inspires an enthusiasm in people that means whoever she picks as her teammate is going to really like go for it. You know, they're going to try. She's going to really inspire them to reach deep into their memory and pull out the right
I'm
answers.
so gonna have a motivational speech now. I'll be like, come on.
You see, this
Do
is
you
what I'm
think
talking
Rob and I
about.
will inspire our candidates?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What an unpopular opinion.
I know, yeah.
Rob, can we annihilate him? Can we just team up and annihilate him?
You won't need to team up.
I think Rosie will probably win because she does have deep knowledge, and I think when it comes to those questions that aren't just the questions that everyone knows, Rosie is more likely to know the answer, I think, than either of us. So yeah, Rosie.
Thank you.
Well, neither of you had ever heard of Little Big Adventure or played it, so good luck with that.
No, I had heard of it.
Shh.
And finally, the one no one wanted. Metal Gear Stupid returns, live. Nath and Dave will be taking on the tanker section of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, while Rob, aka Live Snake, watches on in a separate room. Our question is, and remember, we're just playing the tanker section, how many times will they get spotted?
I think 4.
Oh, the big one. The big one. How many times? How long's a piece of string? It's difficult because although I have actually completed Metal Gear Solid 2, it was when it came out, and I don't know why, but I have absolutely zero memory of it whatsoever.
This is good.
Can't decide whether they'll try harder because they're on stage or whether they'll be more distracted because they're on stage.
This is tough because well, first of all, it depends who's playing the majority. I'm hoping they're going to be swapping back, right, as usual.
Purely because I think that Nath's gonna want to shoot someone, but I think he's gonna miss.
But mostly I just remember first-person Snake shooting bottles behind a bar. that was the bit I would just watch over and over again. First person shooting bottles. I was just like, that's amazing. So I think we'll be good at that bit.
Like, you've done it enough now, or you've, like...
Metal Gear.
Yeah, that you're better at it now, you understand how it works, you understand the mechanics. So I'm gonna go 3.
If they do it well, they should be done in like an hour and a half. I don't think that's going to happen.
Basically, guards are going to get alerted, but you're not familiar with the map, and there are a lot of rooms where you go into a room and it's not like there's a door you can run out of. It's like you're in a room, there can be tables there, and you're just gonna, you're not gonna know how to hide, or you're gonna try and hide, and then they're gonna be like, you were too late with that hide, I know you're hiding under that vegetable box, and then they're just gonna find you.
5, maybe that is too big. I think we are actually better. I think we don't get enough credit for how good we are at Metal Gear. So I'll go lower, actually. I'll go 2. I'll go twice. Well, yeah, twice, and then we'll have learned our lessons, because we're learning, Rob. We're learning. We'll be learning.
I wish everyone could see Rob right now.
I can imagine, I'm sure.
Don't let me down. Dave?
It's not just me. I'm the good one.
Yeah, Nate's the one you want to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll go downstairs and make this very clear. But yeah, 3. That's my answer.
Okay.
Like, they can go through one bit and do really well, and then they can get spotted once and the floodgates can just open and they just get spotted 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I reckon 10 times. Really? And they're going to get spotted.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It is. But it's Nathan Dave playing Metal Gear, isn't it?
I'm going to say, I wanted to say 3, but I'm going to say 4.
Okay, you've made me a lot more nervous, I'm not going to lie. But then I just remembered we've got Lord Metal Gear himself, we just call him up. To save Metal Gear, what are you going to be called this time?
I've not decided yet.
EGX Snake?
Maybe.
Live Snake.
How do we hide?
Live Snake.
Live Snake.
Live Snake.
He is live here and he is alive.
I just think people, because they'll annoy you and people like seeing you annoyed, sadly. And also because you're going to be very cold on stage.
I did think that.
Or maybe you'll be just right and we'll be very hot.
Be just right.
Right.
Yeah, under those
warm.
studio lights.
So yeah, I'll go with Rob. But anything can happen, in truth.
I'm sure Rob will be just right, Dave. Let us know your own predictions in the comments, give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out our EGX live streams from the 17th to the 20th of October. And if you're lucky enough to be there in person, please come and say hello. We promise we don't bite. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.
For the players.